Hello, Shining Stars. Our book today is called The Invisible Boy by Trudy Ludwig. What's this? Good job. The front cover and the back cover. And the spine holds the pages together. The Invisible Boy by Trudy Ludwig, illustrated by Patrice Barton. Can you see Brian, the invisible boy? Even Mrs. Cartella has trouble noticing him in her classroom. She's too busy dealing with Nathan and Sophie. Can you see Brian there? He's just real quiet, not saying a word. Everyone else is running and screaming. Nathan and Sophie are crying. Nathan has problems with what Mrs. Cartoli calls volume control. He uses his outside voice inside too much. And Sophie whines and complains when she doesn't get her way. Nathan and Sophie take up a lot of space. Brian doesn't. Brian is quiet. He's probably shy. When the bell rings for recess, Micah and JT take turns choosing kids for their kickball teams. The best players get picked first. Then the best friends of the best players. Then the friends of the best friends. Only Brian is left, still waiting and hoping. There he is all by himself. Everybody else has been picked. In the cafeteria, Madison and her friends talk about her birthday party. The rope swing over the pool was awesome, says JT. Yes, so was the water slide, adds Fiona. That was the best pool party ever. I'm so glad you guys had fun, said Madison. Everybody did except Brian. He wasn't invited. Look, they're all talking about the birthday party. But Madison didn't invite Brian. Wonder why. At choosing time, while the other kids play board games and read, Brian sits at his table doing what he loves to do best. He draws fire-breathing dragons, scaling tall buildings, and space aliens locked in intergalactical battles, and greedy pirates digging for treasure, and superheroes with the power to make friends wherever they go. This says, thank you for toasting my marshmallow. He's holding a marshmallow up there. This says, I got you now. Crackers, roar. Yay! This one says, hi. Hi, friend. Have a cookie. So he draws all about things where people are nice and people have friends and people help each other. On Monday morning, the teacher introduces Justin, a new student, to the class. Brian smiles shyly at him. Some of the other kids sneak looks at Justin, trying to figure out if he's cool enough to be their friend. They haven't quite made up their mind yet. There's a new boy. Maybe Brian can be friends with him. Do you think? Do you remember when we've got new kids in our class before? At lunch, Madison and JT watch Justin eat with chopsticks. What's that? Asks Madison as she points at Justin's food. It's booyah. Booyah. What? Bulgulia. It's Korean barbecued beef. My grandma made it for me. It's really good. Do you want to try some? There's no way I'd eat boogie. And the kids laugh, all of them, that is, except Brian. He sits there wondering which is worse, being laughed at or feeling invisible. Neither one of those things are fun. You don't like it when kids laugh at you, and you don't like it when kids ignore you. The next day, when Justin goes to his cubby to put away his backpack, he notices a piece of paper with his name on it. Justin. I thought it looked good. Brian. Yum. So Brian wrote a note with a picture of him eating Justin's Korean food. At At morning recess, Brian finds a piece of chalk on the ground and starts drawing away. You're Brian, right? Yeah. Thanks for the note. Hey, Justin, Amelia calls out from the tetherball court. You're up next. Sorry, I gotta go, says Justin. By the way, that's a really cool drawing, he adds before taking off. Can you see what he's drawing down there? Some kind of crocodile or dinosaur. Back in class, the teacher asks the kids to team up in 2s or 3s for a special project. The kids scurry around the room to pair off. Brian heads towards Justin. I'm already with Justin, says Amelia. Find someone else. Brian looks at the floor, wishing he could draw a hole right there to swallow him up. The teacher said we could have up to 3 people in our group, and we're only 2. Come on, Amelia. Let him work with us. Okay, I guess. Look, he's not as invisible anymore. He's not black and white. He's starting to turn to color because people are noticing him. She gives the classroom directions for the project. Your assignment is to work together to write a story about what you see in the photograph. Use your imagination and have fun. Whoa, cool, says Amelia. What kind of people do you think would live in the house like that? I don't know, but I bet Brian could draw them to go with our story, said Justin. Brian smiles as he takes out his lucky pen. Oh, Brian looks happy now. He's part of the group, and he's not invisible anymore. I can see him. He is in color. Look, they're all working together. They're talking about the picture. Brian's going to draw some stuff. They're going to present it. The crooked story we made up on the spot. So they wrote a whole story, and they did it together. It was lunchtime again. Brian's least favorite part of the day. Another 20 long minutes of the kids talking and laughing with everyone else but him. Brian, he hears someone shout. Hey, Brian, over here. Brian turns and sees Justin waving him over. Amelia nods at Brian, and he makes room for him at the table. Oh, the new boy likes Brian, so now Amelia thinks it's okay too. Cookie? Thanks. Maybe, just maybe, Brian's not so invisible after all. He's making friends. The end. We have to try to remember to be nice and kind to everyone. Even if it's not someone we play with all the time, you have to be friends with everybody and be kind to everyone. So if you see a friend who isn't playing with anybody and is super quiet, it could be that they're just quiet and they're okay, or it could be that they feel like no one wants to play with them. So go ask them. Say, hey, you want to play with me? You want to play with us? And see what they say. They might just say yes. Have a good day.